Hello, my name is Victoria Hughes, and welcome to my fourth week of making peace with your body. Do these three things to get what you want. So, what is all about motivation? Um, and number one, if you're tuning in for the first time, please, if you can see that I can see the chat, please let me know where you are calling or where you are um, live or coming in live from, and let me know where you're from so that just to see where everyone is coming from. So I'm excited to be with you today as I talk about motivation. What is the key to motivation? What is motivation? We all know that setting goals and staying motivated can be so hard. If it were so easy to reach our goals, everyone would be doing it. Think about those New Year's resolutions, how we often, get a really great start for the first maybe few weeks, and then we maybe lose our motivation. We lose our steam, and then we fall back, slip slowly back into our former ways of living. But there's no better feeling than to say what you're going to do or to get done what you've set your mind out to. There's no more rewarding feeling than that accountability to yourself. It's just so empowering. It's like going to the gym. I used to battle going to the gym. I would go, and every Monday I would for sure go to the gym just to get off, especially when um, I was on a yo-yo diet for so many years. So every Monday I would set out to go to the gym, but often I wouldn't get there because I just couldn't stay motivated. So now, years later, I know 100% that I'm going to feel better afterwards. So that now is what I think about to keep me motivated to get there. And the list goes on. So please comment in the chat below and share your challenges about how you about staying motivated. So I'd like to share 3 simple steps, but very powerful, that you can use right away to start feeling accomplished. Number one, what is motivation anyway? According to Webster's dictionary, it's the reason or reasons that one has for acting in a particular way. The general desire or willingness of something or something to do something. So it's the reason or reasons behind our goal that is our motivation. So if you think about it, if we didn't have any reason or reasons to act in a particular way, and we just went through life sort of aimlessly, we didn't set our alarm, we didn't know what we were going to do for the day, we didn't know what we wanted to do today, we didn't know what job or career we wanted to go into, you would lack motivation, right? You would lack energy and purpose. And it could be, just a very dull way to live and a very sad way to live. So unfortunately, many people do not know what they really want. So how do you stay motivated? So number one, know what you want. First and foremost, this sounds easy enough, right? I'm just going to see here if I am streaming. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going live. And anyway, so we'll just kind of go with this. So know what you want. Number one, if someone came up to you on the street and asked you what you wanted in your life, how would you respond? The truth is, most people know what they don't want, but a very small percentage of people know what they want. So God wants us to have the desires of our heart. The universe wants us to have what we want. We just have to know what we want and be able to state it and get it out there. So in Psalm 37:4, it says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." The key is we must know what those desires are. So an example of not knowing what we like, this comes from Natasha Hayslitt's book, Unstoppable Influence. She gives an example of going to a restaurant and telling the waiter what you'd like to order and then changing it 10 times. So this obviously leaves the waiter very confused and puzzled. And, he doesn't know what you want. So again, it makes it very, very confusing. Well, this is how our lives can be also. We need to know what we want out of life to make it the most purposeful and rewarding life ever. So we are all, again, it's said that the two best days in someone's life is the day they were born and the day that they find out what their purpose for living is. We all were born with a purpose. Remember last time I spoke about in Ephesians 2:10, you are a masterpiece. And you were given a desire on your heart when you were born. So the key is to really search your heart and soul and find out what really lights you up, what makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning. That's what we need to be focusing on. So in the Health Coach Institute world, where I received my coaching certificates, and you can check this out if you're interested in being a coach. If you know someone that you think would make a great coach, check out healthcoachinstitute.com. So I've learned that our lives are made up into 5 big areas. So if you can picture a pie and divide that into 5 juicy pieces, because they're all just as important as the other. So number 1 would be health and wellness. Number 2 is financial. Number 3 is emotional well-being. 4 is relationships, and 5 is a connection to something greater. So that's more of your spiritual piece of the pie, your soul piece of the pie. So it's true that how we do one is how we do all. So, for example, if you're getting great results on your nutrition plan, and you started reaching your goals, maybe you wanted to lose 20 pounds, and you started, on that way, you've got 10 down. And now your energy is increasing. You feel amazing. You used to just want to come home and watch Netflix on TV for hours after work. And now all your children or grandchildren are making their own dinners and things. So now you're able to show up in their lives and have more energy to attend to them. Now your partner is getting more of your attention. You're just, you're making better meals. You're just happier. Who doesn't want to be around a happy person? So again, how will it show up in your finances? Well, now that you have more self-discipline and about what to eat and what not to eat, you're choosing better foods to eat. Now you have more self-control in your finances. Now you're tracking your spending, like you're tracking your protein and your water intake, your exercise intake. So now you have more money left at the end of the month because you're not frivolously spending to fill that void that's deep inside. So I think that's just so cool. So emotional well-being. So now you're feeling better. You're happier. You wake up happier. You have more, you just go to bed happier, you're sleeping better because now your mind is more relaxed. You just feel more at peace. So, and then how will that show up in your relationships? Well, of course, now you have time you feel like listening to your children, your grandchildren, your spouses, your partners. You just have that more connectedness to each of the people that are, and maybe your aging parents. You now have more patience to actually listen and to attend to their needs. So, and then of course that last one is a connection to something greater. Now you have more, you're just more at peace with your soul. Maybe now you're going to church. Maybe now you just have more of a peace and tranquility that you've never had before, because now you're doing the things, you're having that increased self-confidence and self-awareness into what your needs really are. So that's one example of how we do one is how we do all. So one inspired action that you may want to take in this area is set a timer for 2 minutes and write down the things that you desire in each category. So and then go back and prioritize them. So just set a timer, kind of brainstorm 2 minutes in each area and see what comes up there. And then you can kind of go back and really pinpoint which ones really are standing out to you. So number 2, what's your cause or why? In HCI, we call it the why underneath the why, or our main motivating factor. Or in Joel Osteen's message, he's a pastor at Lakewood Church in Houston. He writes, or he gave a message on a beautiful message called living cause driven. So again, this is what having a cause is just gets you inspired. It inspires you. He says your reward will be found in a cause. Are you fighting for someone else? It has to be bigger than ourselves. It has to be able to help somebody else. It's like our stewardship. For me, I want to be a present parent. Growing up when my children were little, I worked long shifts in the hospital, day in and day out. I would always try to arrange my schedule so that I could attend to their activities and attend to put them to bed and see them off to school and those sort of things. So what parent, and I hear so many times, this is so important with moms and raising their children, they want to be present and they want to have energy to be able to be present parents and, of course, grandparents and caregivers, that sort of thing. So we are not destined to be just average driven people. We are here to be cause driven. So when you help, so another example is helping the poor. When you help someone change his or her health habits, that's my main motivation. I've been, I've had my nutrition business I'll be celebrating 30 years in May. And because I love to help people change their health habits and live the best life ever. Teachers, when you teach, that is inspiring. When you can teach somebody to believe in themselves, to learn how to read and write and do math problems and figure out, if you're a counselor, what they want to be when they grow up. When you inspire hope into someone, when you treat illnesses, if you're in the medical profession, beating cancer, getting somebody's blood pressure under control, saving them from, doing heart surgery and all the, the medical needs that are just so, doctors, and they go to school for many, many years. And what keeps them motivated? It's that desire to treat and to improve the quality of people's lives. So, and another cause-driven idea would be breaking dysfunctional family patterns. Maybe you're one of them that are breaking the pattern, the mold of a dysfunctional, family beliefs, the scarcity belief, the, drinking belief, the anger belief, and all, just really breaking that mold and stepping into a more peaceful, healthy lifestyle. So number 3 is believe it, and then you will see it. We are all programmed to see it first and then believe it. Unfortunately, we get more results when we can believe it first, when we can, actually Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, says, whatever the mind can believe, it can achieve. So, and Albert Einstein, was a famous theorist and a physicist, says, imagination is more powerful than knowledge. That means if we can begin to feel and see ourselves in our desired lives, we will begin to attract people, opportunities that will help us reach this goal. So it's important to spend time daily immersed in this experience of you in your desired state. Take him or her for a test drive. Picture how she'll react when at a family dinner, when they're you're getting, the criticism may come, or nobody's really noticing your weight loss. So in this new desired you may know that you really have that belief in check about, you have a right to exist. You have a right to be different and still belong, you have a right to take action. So you've taken action, and now these comments don't bother you anymore. So you've taken back your power instead of being discouraged and not feeling supported, and that old feeling of feeling invisible. Well, now it's just not that important to you because you have that belief so strong in your mind of how you want to be. You have that cause of, you're fighting to live a longer life for your children and your grandchildren and to pass on new lifestyle habits. So again, spend time daily immersed in this experience. Write it down. I encourage you to write your ideal self down. Write it down, get specific, and write how it's going to feel when you reach your desired state. So please leave comments below. Let me know your takeaways, and also maybe share this with a friend who might be struggling. So I love sharing these 3 ways of living your most desired life, and I will be back next week at the same time, same place, to talk about the importance of accountability to help you stay on your desired path. So for more information, please feel free to, you can direct message me. You can, if you'd like to have a chat you can book a call at victoriahughescoaching.as.me. There's also a link on my Facebook page. Again, you can email me at victoriahughescoaching@gmail.com. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know how I can support you on your path to living your most desired life. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.